Hello everybody, it's 9:30 here in Spain. I was going to say sunny Spain, but I'm going to have to say today it's not. And if you watch my TikToks or if you watch me YouTube shorts, I did a quick one today, a quick video I should say, about the lovely weather that we do have here in Spain, especially when some people here in Spain tend to say that Spain has 320 days of sunny weather. I don't think so. Anyway, on tonight's questions and topics, I've got private healthcare requirements for a visa, a non-resident tax. I'm sorry, I've got to read it off here. UK driving licenses, a TIE card, the Christmas in Spain, and buying a car in Spain. You probably will notice that if you watch my YouTube channel, which some of you are watching on my YouTube, I know some of you are watching it on my Facebook, the old tinger's going off next door. I'm only posting one video a week on a Tuesday. I'm missing out the Thursday one because I'm concentrating on my two other channels. Now, my two other YouTube channels is Camp Soul Explorers. Now I run a group, if you didn't know, here on Camp Soul, and it's not just for people on Camp Soul. I've got somebody down at Alcatraz, Andy, top man he is, and we go out once a month. It's pinging away there. I don't know why it's pinging away, but anyway, yeah, and you're most welcome to subscribe. That'll be fantastic. Anyway, check it out. And my other channel for droney people, because I know a lot of drones, because when I first come to Spain, it was all about drones, and then I've sort of gone on to the Spanish stuff. But I've called this Sean the Drone. God, you messed that up, didn't I? If you notice, there he is. I've got Frank Wayne for that, top man. It's all my drone stuff. Now, at the moment, I'm showing all my old drones that I've had going back to 2015 and right up to the present. But I'm on the standard. But anyway, I know a few of you guys out, so please subscribe to that. So that's why I'm not putting up as many videos on the Expat at the moment, just in case you thought, what's happening to him? I'm still going out doing things. But yeah, I'm concentrating a little bit more on the other two channels. So sorry guys if you're expecting lots of stuff. Anyway, before we go into all the stuff tonight, I've got 37 in the house. Top people, thanks for popping in. I see there's loads of comments already saying hello and hola. Anyway, so I'm going to start off with this guy, Lobster. As you probably know, they promote me, so I've got to promote them. Now, if you think about joining a network, check out Lobster. Now, one good thing about Lobster is you're not contracted into it, so if you don't like it for some reason, you can just finish the contract. But I've got a special deal with Lobster, and if you phone this number, which is free, which is 711-000-711. I will say it again, just in case you forgot your piece of paper, is 711-000-711. And for the promotion code, if you say Expat and Mazarron, what they will do, they will send you a free SIM card, and the first month will be free, depending on what deal you take out. So that can't be bad. Now, I think the biggest package is 35 gig for 24 euros, and that's including the tax. Now, if anybody that's on Camp Soul, I've got just about to say I've got four. I've got three of these. It's not going to cost you nothing. But anyway, I've got some SIM cards here. If you want to, if you catch me walking about Camp Soul, which you probably do. I don't do too much, but you know I walk the dog, so I am walking about on Camp Soul somewhere. So I've done that. Let's get it out of the way. Another one I want to promote is Currencies Direct. Get that from in, Sean. Is Currencies Direct, because the only reason I promote them really because they've got an office actually on Camp Soul. I'm not into all this technology stuff with computers and that. And especially if you're buying a property for the first time, you're sending over huge amounts of money. You can just go in the office. They can help you, or they can show you how to do it. But if you just mention my name, I just get a small fee. So I can't say badder than that, can I? The coffee fund. The coffee fund. Now I've got a Frank Cheryl. Hang on. I'll get this wrong. Cheryl, your top lady, and the message she sent was great show every Thursday. Top lady, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've promoted the that stuff. And last of all, flogging it I am tonight. Don't forget the Expat and Mazarron merchandise. You can get yourself a mug. Obviously, you have to pay for it. It's not free. But if you check out the link below this video and previous videos, there'll be a link to the merchandise. And what I will mention is, guys, if for some, obviously you can have a mug, you can have a key fob if you wanted to. You can have a t-shirt, you can have a polo shirt. If you, after something specific, well, obviously with the logo on it, if you send an email, because I know sometimes we got like vests and things like that. Not everyone likes wearing a t-shirt. Obviously, at the moment, it's a bit nippy. Maybe you could have a headscarf. I don't know. A face mask, maybe. I'm sure if you send them an email, they can give you an idea on price and if they can do it. So check it out. Expat and Mazarron. Expat and Mazarron merchandise. Right. I think I've done everything now. We've got 49 in the house, which is most appreciated. So I'm going to go straight into the intro and I'm going to get on with tonight's show as it's getting on a bit. Here, where is it? I think here it is. So we're back now. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go over to the comments, see what's in the old comments thingy. So we got Thomas, Aid, Yogi, Stephen, John, the Captain, Tracy and Chris, Wayne, Yogi, Martin, Toasties, Neil, got Yogi again. Well, Yogi's again. Jeff, Michael, Femi, Top Man, Ali, Paul, Border, Brian, Yogi again, Thomas, and Rob, Top Man, Stuart. I think, yep. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you very much. And obviously those that haven't made a comment that are watching, thank you much, guys. Most appreciate it. Now, the other week, I saw a comment on Facebook. It's from a young couple with two young kids, about 7 and 9, from the UK. That were they're going to move over to Spain in the new year, and they were asking when they arrive about how to get residency. And I thought, really, you've obviously done your research. Obviously, things have changed a lot now since Brexit. To come to Spain now, to get residency, you virtually have to do it back in the UK. You've actually got to book an appointment at one of the embassies in the UK. And we're talking about the Spanish embassy or the consulates, I should say, that are dotted around the UK. And it's a different whole process. Now, I have made videos about that as well. Obviously, most people go for the non-lucrative, but if you got some money and you want to do some work, I mean, another thing is if you want to work here in Spain, you've virtually got to get the person here in Spain to apply for a visa for you, that work permit, I should say. So it is changed a bit. So what I thought I would do, because I did it previously a couple of months back about information sites, and I thought I'd just go back putting it up again, because the channel on the Thursday night slightly changed now. I called it the Q&A. I've dropped the Q&A. I've just called it Living in Spain, live chat for an hour. So anyway, what I've got here is some information sites, guys, especially the ones that are thinking about moving to Spain. One of the first ones I think is worth checking out on the net is the Citizens Advice Spain. There's a lot of information on there. You can actually ask them questions, and you get a proper questions response back. I mean, all I'm doing is just giving you a guide. I've got no qualifications on, and especially when people ask me about taxes and things like that. Don't ask me about things like that. You need to ask somebody that's a professional. I ain't no professional. Okay, another main one, guys, is the Gov UK site. Now, they've got 3 categories there worth checking out. One of them is called Living in Spain, obviously. That'll give you the up-to-date information, what's going on at the moment. Obviously, this past couple of months about if you've got a UK car here, you can't have a GB sticker on anymore. You can have a UK sticker on your back of your car to get done. We talked about the disabled sticker thing. That's not valid here anymore. You have to have a Spanish one. Anyway, another one is healthcare. Check that one out as well, especially about if you're coming over on holiday. Don't just rely on your icky card, because that wouldn't cover you really. It will cover you for if you fall over and hurt your knee. But if you fall over really badly and you want to get flown back to the UK, that ain't going to get you back. Check your passport is obviously another really important one. There's been a few incidents lately where people that are on holiday sort of thing are going through border control and they're not stamping your passport. Guys, you've got to make sure they stamp your passport. If they don't, you can report them. So yeah, get your passport sorted out. Anyway, that's on the Gov UK site. Obviously, another one to check in the UK is obviously the Spanish embassy or the Spanish consulates that are dotted around the UK. If you go on the net, you'll find what it is. And obviously, the British embassy here in Spain for guys that have got problems, because I know there's still some people here in Spain that are still not resident and have been living here in Spain for donkey's years. Maybe they're just out in the outback, really remote places. They haven't got the likes of internet and things like that. But there is still support for those type of people. So British Embassy in Spain. And another one, which I thought was pretty useful, especially for people thinking about coming to Campersol or actually living on Campersol. There's a site called the CampersolFratCrusader.com. And if I just managed to... I took a picture of it, just put it up there just in case people want to make a note of that, because that tells you quite a lot what's going on in Campersol at the present moment. You probably heard about they're going to re-tarmac the roads and they've got some money to spend on Campersol for next year. It's all in there, tells everything about that. So yeah, check that out, guys. Oh yeah, last week I didn't put up the banner below. This banner that you can see here. If you read it, I'm asking you, if you have got a question, don't put it in the comments. No, that way. Don't put it in those comments there, because I'm not going to read. I haven't got time, guys, to go through the whole hour checking for your comments that you put, or I'll make a note of it. So if you could put it at the end of the video in the comments below this video, I will answer it next week, if that makes sense. It just simplifies things for me. I don't want to spend too much time messing about doing this hour slot, because it does take up a lot of my time. But I most appreciate the support. And obviously, it's always handed out lots of questions or something to chat about. So I got rid of that page. Right. So what have we got on here? So I've got Campbell news. I'm just going to put up what we got here. Oh yeah, so last week I think it was. The week goes so quickly. I think it was Monday. I might have been wrong. I went to Drone Seekers. It was a lovely day. Was it Monday? Or was it last Friday? I can't remember. But there's the guys there. We had a great time. We was out down on the beach near the port. Had a fantastic time. Now, another thing, if you didn't know, Campasol has got its own football pitch now on D. It's a guys got together. You got 3 teams there. I haven't been over there, guys. They've got 3 teams at the moment, and if any more wants to join it, he said he's most welcome to. If you just look on one of the Facebook groups, Campasol Walking Football, I'm hoping next week or so I'll get over there and do some videos of it. What else have I got on there? Oh yeah, and also Christmas has arrived on Campasol. One of the places that I walked past with Bonnie. They got up the decorations, which is nice to see. I know it's a little bit early, but it's nice to see that we've got a bit of Christmas cheer, because not a lot really goes on here on Campasol really on Christmas. Obviously, we've got some of the bars and restaurants put on stuff as well, but it's nice to see some of the houses lit up. Questions. Here we go. I've got Terry. Now, Terry and Cheryl, that's it, because Cheryl asked a question, I think the other day. It was on this video, not on this video, on this slow stream, but she put it on really early. I'll just go back to the comments. So how we doing? Where's the fire? Quick question. Okay. Right, where's the fire? Can you put the question below this video, guy, and then I can answer it next week, because I haven't got really time tonight to answer it tonight. But anyway, let's get on with Terry and Cheryl's, because Terry and Cheryl's question was very similar. Hi, Sean. I sent you a question the other week, but you must have missed it. So this is what I'm on about. If you can put it below the videos, it helps me find these questions. What are the requirements for private healthcare when applying for a visa? Also, do you need private healthcare when you reach retirement age when applying for a visa? And for Cheryl, very similar. When you have your lucrative visa and private healthcare, how long is it before you can switch to Spanish healthcare, and how much is it? So, Terry, private healthcare insurance. Obviously, when you're applying for the visa, it has to be a Spanish health insurance. It can't be, I don't know, but I think UK have got a couple of private health. It has to be a Spanish health insurance. And I'm right in thinking, because I obviously don't go through this process, guys. So I'm only going by what other people have told me. So I can't say it's completely factual. This is why I say about you've got to go through the right channels to find out this information. And I would imagine, to be honest, the Spanish consulate or embassy will give you that type of information. But I know it is hard trying to find it on the internet, and it can be a bit confusing. But it has to be unauthorized and regulated by Spain, and it must comply with the visa, because I know I've had a few people say that they've contacted a Spanish health insurance company and they say, yeah, you're all covered. But for the actual visa, they said it's not a full cover. So that's one thing you got to ask about when you're making an inquiry about the private health insurance, that it's acceptable for the visa, because what you don't want to happen is you go for all that and then find out that the embassy will kick it out, because once you're kicked out, you lost your deposit, which is quite a lot of money, and I'm not too sure if you can reapply again. So yeah, you need to contact the company. Now another thing I'm not too sure on, and it'd be interesting to find out from you guys as well, would your S1 cover you for the visa? Now, I would have, if you was a pensioner and you were coming to Spain and you was applying for your non-lucrative visa, officially your S1 would cover it. But I've got a horrible feeling the process of this maybe not, because you have to obviously apply for your S1 to the UK. So I tried to look on the internet, and I couldn't really find any clarified information on that. So that would be interesting if any of you guys, and I know I've met a couple already that have come over the past couple of weeks that have just come over, and they've obviously gone through the process of non-lucrative visa. And they said it was okay. It wasn't that bad. They managed to do it within the 3 months time bracket. And they obviously had a few little problems, but I can't give you, obviously the information that you really need, Terry, other than you've got to use a Spanish health care. Now, obviously, DKV is what I used, but I don't know, would that be acceptable with the visa? That's the problem. Now, DKV is a German company, but they're obviously based here in Spain. So that's something else. Right, going back, this is something you would need to discuss with the Spanish, as what you just said. Cheryl, you have to have a Spanish health insurance and the cost will depend. Right, so with Cheryl, obviously, private health insurance will also depend on your age, your health conditions, and obviously if you've got any ongoing health issues. And this is another thing, which I would say is the probably most important thing about when you're applying for the visa is your health insurance, because if you got something like you got a heart problem, they won't insure you. So going through that process only to be rejected at the first step. So I would first contact the Spanish consulate. I mean, apparently when you book an appointment, you got to go there anyway. So no doubt they got information there. I haven't gone on the site, but it's worth, obviously, if you're going through that process, is to check out your health insurance first. One, to make sure that you've been accepted, and two, that the health insurance actually covers you for the visa. Now, the visa will be not just for the non-lucrative, it'll be for the golden visa as well. No doubt for if you're applying for a job there, I don't know the whole process of that, other than the person here in Spain will have to apply for your work permit. You've got to make sure that you've got adequate health insurance, private health insurance, as to say. So hopefully I've answered some of that question. It is a really long one. I'm just going to go through. Some of the questions I can see. We went through. We got Steve on there tonight, eh? Steve again. We got Terry. Where's the fire? Bruce. I'll just make sure I'm missing nothing out. Facebook user. Donamic. Yeah. Top man, the captain. And obviously, captain's asking about the British consulate. Are they helpful in Spain? I don't know, because I've never actually contacted them. But they have got a site. It's a pretty informative site, the British consulate site here in Spain. Charge you an extra £100 for your passport stamp, says Rob. Lorraine and Scott. Hello, Sean. Everyone. Blah blah blah. Just looking through it. And where's the fire? Quick question. Yeah, can you put it in the thingy below the video, and I'll answer that next week. And he's asking another one there. Now retired, all the weeks fly. Yes, they just shoot by, don't they? Yes, Thomas has just said about the diner on B shut a couple of weeks ago. I think at the beginning of the month, and already it's got new owners, which is fantastic news for the diner. I've got the Facebook user again. I would say it's Femi, but he can't because he's got his name up. Stephen, Sean, Goggle is there? Yeah, I have to answer that next week. Tracy and Chris, yes. Anyway, okay. Next question. I've got a topic now. Non-resident tax time. Now, if you're a non-resident, it's time to whack in your tax return. Well, I don't know what do they call it, a tax return? Well, anyway, you've got to put in your tax for the end of the year, guys. It's that time of year for non-residents must present their tax return with the deadline being the 31st of December. Now, obviously, I've always said that I don't understand the tax here. I've got an accountant. We've got an accountant down. Don't ask me who it is. My wife deals with that. We've got an accountant down in the port, and they deal with all our tax. But because I'm a resident, I don't have to pay my tax until next April. But I know for non-resident people, they have to pay their tax now. Now, obviously, you can do it online. There's quite a few companies that do it online. And apparently, once you pay the money, you pay the fee. Now, what I will say, one word of warning: if you're going to use your solicitor or your power of attorney, check their fees, because the first time that we paid our when we was non-resident, we used our solicitors. We thought, oh, they know what they're doing. Well, they were quite happy to do it. They said, yeah, we'll do it for you, no problem. But when we had the fee come in, I think it was €500. Now, the actual tax, I think it was €64 each for the tax, and admin costs made it up to 500. So you can see there's a huge thing. So if your lovey-dovey solicitor is quite happy to do it for, just ask how much they're going to charge you for the non-resident tax. That's just my word of warning. That's all. No doubt there are plenty of others out there that will probably do it for a reasonable fee. What that would be, I don't know, but you can do it online yourself, I hear. I've got Tracy saying up sticks. Yes, that's right. He's down near Malaga way. Yogi. Got admin department. Even Sean. Just going through the old questions there. Arby's in the house. Well done. So another topic is the extension on the UK driving license. Just in case you missed it, if you still have a UK license and are a resident in Spain, you still have till the end of this year, which is the 31st of December. But don't delay. This is the third extension they've done for the deadline, and there's no guarantee that they might extend it even more. So if you still haven't done putting your UK driving license in, now this is obviously only for residents here in Spain, because you can only apply for your Spanish driving license if you're a resident. If you're not a resident, you won't be able to exchange it, and you know what that means. You're going to have to take a driving test. So all it's saying is this is obviously coming from the Spanish embassy, the British embassy site here in Spain, just reminding people, if you haven't done it, do it now before the end of the year. And obviously you haven't got much longer, because Spain has a lot of holidays in December, so don't hang about. This could be a last chance. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about the driving license thing. Obviously, for new people coming over from Spain, new people coming over from the UK now, they've got the non-lucrative visa or the golden visa. Now, I would imagine, because they are a resident, they can apply for the license as well. But I would check that, whoever you're dealing with on that. But at the moment, you still have to take a Spanish driving test. Now, it's in two parts, just like the UK. You've got like an online test. Now, I believe I've been told that's in English, which is good. And the actual driving test, in some places in Spain, you have got like English-speaking instructors, but that's not going to be like that in every region, because every region will be slightly different. Now, as I believe here in Mazarron, that they've got some, but I didn't know that on Campus Sol, down at the community group on B, they were doing a group where you just get used to some Spanish words and what they get, like turn left, put your foot on the brake, those sort of things. Right, another thing that's come up through the British Embassy site was the TIE card. If you're a resident who still has their green residency certificate, that's the little card, then it's recommended you exchange the TIE card. 36% of the UK nationals in Spain now have the TIE card. You can ask me what a TIE card is, aren't you? Well, I can't remember. It's an ID card. It's got your face on it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's identification card, really. And apparently, you can use that in some senses like a passport because it's got all the information on there. Why get the TIE card taken from the British Embassy site? It explicitly recognises your rights under the withdrawal agreement. Now, apparently, it hasn't got that on the resident card. On the green resident card, it hasn't got anything about the withdrawal agreement. And it's more durable, yeah, because it's a proper plastic card. The thing I've got is like a piece of paper, easy recognisable. So at border crossings, as it follows all the other people that's got these ID cards. The process of exchanging your green certificate is straightforward and cheap. It says it costs €12. Now, I think what they're on about, you can do it yourself. You can book an appointment to go and get your TIE card. And it also gives clear evidence of your immigration status. It will take some. It will make some day-to-day administration processing easier. If you're applying for a bank account, things like that. And it's also ensure you that your passport stamp is incorrectly. Anyway, I'll be honest, guys. I haven't done mine yet. I've still got my green resident. I mean, it's still. Whatever they say, it's still valid. I think even the A4 piece of paper a lot of other people have got that was back many years ago before the little residency card thing were given out. They're still approved as well. But I know that people at the, especially coming in at the airport, if you got a TIE card, you don't seem to get any problems. Where if you got the resident card, some people have been sort of not turned away, but they've had a bit of a problem. So I will be getting my TIE card next year. And when I do it, I will do a little vid on how easy it was. We're going to wait until the new year, mainly because it's pointless doing it at the moment. It's going to be a last minute rush. So we're going to do it in the new year. And I will have to do my card next year anyway. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is another thing I did mention previously. Was until the end of the year, the UK government is funding 3 organisations to provide support for UK nationals who may be having difficulties residency process, and they can contact these depends on the Gov UK site. What I'm on about is obviously there are some people that maybe they're in a rest home. Like I said, they're out in the middle of nowhere. They've got no communications, or they've got some sort of difficulty getting about. They've got until the end of the year to get it sorted. Because I do know that I think a couple of weeks ago that there are in the process that some people are already being evicted. That's all I can say. Okay, let's have a quick flip for the questions. I've got hang on, what have we got here? I've got Tracy saying about upsticks. Evening, Sean, Steve, Yogi, Thomas, Arvey. I said hello to Arv, whatever. Taxation services. The captain, Thomas. Yes, thank you very much. Yogi. Yes, Thomas. The captain. Okay. Question 2. From my favourite person. Anyway, you're probably going to ask, what about Yogi? Well, unfortunately, Yogi couldn't come this week. So Yogi's had to what's the word for it? He's coming out again in February, I think, if I can remember right, Yogi. So he couldn't make this week. So I couldn't meet up with Yogi. I was looking forward to meeting him, but he couldn't make it. So he's coming out next February. So anyway, question 2 is from Yogi. With Christmas around the corner, what festivals do the Spanish observe on the run-up to holidays? Are there any specific festivals organised in Campersol to celebrate Christmas and the New Year? So what are they and when will they be? So we got 73 in the house. Anyway, guys, what would most appreciate it is the old thumbs up. That's top people. Anyway, what I did do, Yogi, I mean, there are things going on in Campersol. They don't really celebrate Christmas so big. Not this part anyway. Maybe down in Belladome and maybe down in Malaga. I know Malaga, they put up a fantastic Christmas lights and they do put on some festivals. But here down in Mazarron, there are a couple, I believe, festivals. Obviously, the COVID has been another pain on restrictions and that. So what I've done, I've done a bit of searching and to find out in the area. There's not a lot going on campus. So even though I do know I think it's like the 10th, I can't remember the dates now, but the CompuServe are doing a thing for the kids. It's like Father Christmas is turning up and they're giving out presents to the kids because there were quite a few. It's right, my printer's decided to talk to me. There's quite a few kids on campus now, so that's nice to see. I think we've already had a couple of, I think on Saturdays down at Mariano's, they do like craft fairs and things like that for Christmas cards and things like that. So they are going on. Obviously, we used to have a market here every Thursday. We hadn't had a market ever since the COVID kicked in, and there used to be loads of stalls that used to sell Christmas stuff. But you can go down to the town, and we was down there this afternoon down in the port. There's quite a few of the shops doing Christmas stuff. Anyway, I did make a list. The Christmas lights in Mercia City, which are fantastic. I've taken my wife and my dog. No, not my dog. So I didn't take the dog down there. God, no, she wouldn't like that. Too many people. And they down in the Mercia City, they have some fantastic light displays on, and they got like a little market thing, lots for the traders. I haven't got any dates for when that happens, but I know it's sort of probably the first week in December. And they also got right in the main square where the big cathedral is in Mercia. They got like I'm not into religion, see, so I call it a Jesus thing. They got like a big model of Jesus and all the thingies that go on with it, with donkeys and it's a model, and you walk around it, and it is amazing to see. And obviously the kids love it, and I expect I quite enjoyed it as well, really. And that's there for people to look at, and obviously it's all free. But yeah, that's going the Mercia, the city lights in Mercia. Obviously, I would imagine every big city's got something going on the Christmas side. Now I've got another thing here. All I got down, because I can't pronounce Spanish words, is on the 21st of December. It's called bonfires, and it's where the Spaniards jump over fire to gain protection from the winter illness. Now I'll be honest. I'll grab this off the internet. I've actually seen one of those. I mean, I'd love to go down and see one of those sort of things. But yeah, it's jumping over fires. I mean, that would be really interesting. If I can find out whereabouts they're going to be doing it, I'll see if I can get a video of it, because that would be pretty interesting, especially if you can't jump very far. The big lottery. Now, obviously, Spain's big into lottery tickets. You find nearly every street. You find people selling lottery tickets, and it's the El Gordo. It's drawn on the 22nd. Translated, it's the big one, and it is the big one. Everybody here in Spain will, and obviously us lot as well. I'm not into gambling. I'm not Satan's games as far as I'm concerned. But obviously, if the wife wins, and then I'm all up for it. Anyway, that's drawn on the 22nd of December. It's on television. It's on the news. It's on the radio, I should say. It's on for 5 hours on the telly. Everybody, offices, factories, bars, they always put on something at the draw. And once the number is announced, it's announced in a song. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't got Spanish TV as such, although I've never seen it myself, so I don't know what they mean by song. The National Christmas Lottery affects many lives and multiple prizes. There's lots of prizes given out. And I think the first and second prize winners. And there's plenty of small prizes as well. And that lottery, the El Gorgo, was originated back in 1763 under the ruler of King Carlos III. So it's been going a long time. Like the UK lottery one. 70, and I know it's a really big one, and you can buy bits of the ticket or something. I think I'm not too sure. I think it's €20 a ticket, but I'm not 100% on that. I've never bought one because I'm not into it. But I can just see I can see a couple of questions there. I've got a couple. Anyway, I'll finish this bit off, and then I'll go back into the comments. On Christmas Eve, homes are lit up with tiny lamps as the stars begin to twinkle. People gather at home for an elaborate feast. It's the largest meal of the year. So that's on Christmas Eve. Church bells chime midnight. Summoning worshippers. Now I think. No, I'm getting confused. Sorry, forget what I just said then. I think another page is gone. Okay, that's it. Now, obviously, the Spanish kids are lucky because they have like 2 Christmases. Obviously, 25th. It's obviously the 25th is more of a Christian thing. I'm not too sure about. Obviously, it's a big Catholic country, but they on the evening. You probably get to hear a lot once you're in Spain. You're going to hear a thing about the 3 Kings, which is on the 6th of January. Now, on the 6th of January, it's when the kids get their second Christmas load of presents. So they're really lucky. 2 Christmases, that can't be bad. Now, I got on here on the evening of the 5th. Spanish towns and cities are given over to colourful parades of the King's Day for many Spanish families. January the 6th is the important public holiday in which everyone comes together to watch the children unwrap their second load of presents in as many weeks. The traditional cake, which is fantastic, a circular sweet bread sprinkled with sugar and in different colours and dried fruits, and then hidden inside it is either a plastic queen or a plastic king, and whoever finds it is the monarch of the day, and they're treated hand and foot. Which is a good idea for the kids, isn't it? Long as it's a bit like the old Christmas pudding, isn't it, when you used to put sixpences in it. All I can say is I know here down in the port on the 6th, Father Christmas and his not Father Christmas, the 3 Kings. That's it. The 3 Kings turn up in a boat. They turn up at the harbour, and there's a big procession. There's kids parading, majorettes, and looks pretty amazing. I mean, obviously it's cold, but not that cold. And they have a big sort of wagon that the 3 Kings get on, and the kings are throwing out sweets to the kids, and the kids loving it. I don't like this boiled sweets. I'm not into the boiled sweets. So anyway, let's go through some of the comments that I probably missed. Let's have a look. I can't believe how quick it goes sometimes, these comments. Right, what do I get to? I saw Jason Sweeney's in the house. Evening, Malcolm and Carol. The captain, Rob, TIE. Good old Rob, he's come up with that name. Obviously, it's an identity card. Femi, I shall meet Yogi when we come over and camp. Yes, because Femi's coming over to sort out his building work. El Gordo is the Fat Lottery, which is one of the most exciting Spanish Christmas traditions. Playing the lottery. Sean, get everyone to put the thumbs up under the video, not in the comments. Yeah, Terry, you're correct. Guys, the thumbs up goes in under the video. Not in the comments. Yeah, very true. And Steve is saying, yes, the diner has got new management. Apparently, it's one of the guys that used to work in the diner. And from what I can make out, what I saw today, he's keeping all the staff on as well, which is fantastic. Just going back to the lottery. And what I do know is that when you go down, when you're going to see the Christmas lights, what they do, the main street, the main walkway, because you can't drive your car down there. Like you go past the casino place. It's red carpeted. They put a big, massive carpet down the middle, and as you go down there, you go past the main lottery shop, and there's a big cat. It's like a big black cat, like a lucky cat, obviously. But apparently, if you tap its arse, you can make a wish. Obviously, you want to be a winner, but I know there was a saying for it. I can't remember what it was now. It's something about the cat's bottom or something. It's like a lucky charm or something. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I've seen this big black cat there, and I see all the Spanish people. No doubt everybody else is touching it as well for a bit of luck, because it is a really big event here in Spain. So let's get back on. Yeah, the Three Kings is equivalent. Yeah, it's sort of, you know, what's interesting also, they've got two white guys and a black guy, and yeah, they're all dressed up, all amazing makeup. They look really good, and they got this big bag of, yeah, it is what you said, the equivalent of Santa Claus, I suppose, but the Three Kings. Another tournament. Sean, will you be doing any Expat Mazarron baseball caps? Yogi, if you send an email to the Expat and Mazarron merchandise site, I'm sure they can do a baseball hat, but I can't say that they would. I haven't got one. I got a Drone Seekers one. I've got Rob again. Norman. So the Al Gordo lottery ticket is €25, but I think you can buy a portion of that, because I know lots of people buy little portions of it, like the family and whatever, and obviously he chips into the €25, because obviously it's a lot of money, €25 per ticket. But if the family's involved in it, that's what it is. What day is the Fool's Day? What day is the Fool's Day? Is it the 28th or the 29th? Sandra says. I ain't got a clue on that one, Sandra. I mean, all I know, they don't do a Boxing Day here, that's for sure. Sean, can you get English TV channels? Yes, you can, Alma. Yes, you can. If you to be honest, you can get every TV program. I mean, when I was to clean some of the holiday rentals there, obviously you got French, Belgium. You can have your own, your French sites, your Belgium sites, your German sites. Obviously you can have. We've got a bit of both, really, just in case the internet goes down. We've got a big satellite dish on the roof, and we can pick up channels from all around the world. The funny thing is, I haven't actually got any Spanish TV sites. But I know you can do it. You can do it on the internet. We haven't got any at the moment. I'm sure we will next year. But you can buy an Amazon stick. You can obviously use your Apple TV thing. Yeah, you can get everything here, and you can get Sky TV, and it is cheaper here, believe it or not. I haven't got Sky because I'm not into sport, but obviously you can go over to the bars. I think some of the bars, I think Vista Bar does, the football stuff, sports TV. I think Vista Bar's got like 10 tellies or something, especially if you're into sport. I can't stand sport myself, but anyway, a lot of people do. It's a free world, isn't it? But Sandra, I ain't got a clue about the Fool's Day thing. Never heard of that before. Fool's Day? April the 1st, as far as I know. I heard that there's a tradition to eat spider crab on Christmas Day. Don't know about that one, Captain. I know lobster, not that lobster, but lobster in the UK is starting to be a bit of a delicacy instead of a turkey. But it's possible. I don't know. If anybody can confirm that, that would be interesting. Where can I get a Christmas dinner? Please, turkey, says True. Where can you get a Christmas dinner? I know some of the bars are doing sort of traditional Christmas meals. I think we're talking about Campusole area. I can't tell you where you can go around the Mercia region. I wouldn't know, but I know on Campusole you've got the golf club. Now I presume that they're doing a Christmas dinner. Now the Mariposa, as from the 9th of December, they're doing a Christmas dinner every day, sort of thing. All the trimmings, I believe that's €16, which is a bargain. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, we got lots of Chinese and Indian restaurants. They won't be doing like a traditional kitchen. I know a lot of people from here go down to Belladorn for Christmas. They go into the hotels. It didn't cost that much, and you can stay for 2 or 3 days, and you get all that entertainment and all that stuff's thrown in. But here locally, I don't know really. How we doing? We're doing well. We're doing well. Another question here. It's from Yogi. So this is what I said about if you got any questions, guys, please put them below the video, not in the comments. The comments, put them below the video after the show, and I will answer them next. So anyway, Yogi's saying, how do you go about buying a car in Spain? What advice would you give to expats who are looking to buy a car? Right, after trying. So what I'm going to say is my story. I mean, I come to Spain with my UK car, and I did find it a little bit of a problem, especially going around roundabouts. And I thought my car was pretty newish, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just take it down to the dealer, get a good exchange, and job's done. But now, none of the main dealers in the Cartagena area would want to take the car at all. So I did try a few UK places around Spain, car dealers. Their forecourt was full of. Anyway, so in the end, I took my car back and sold it back in the UK, come back over, and we went to one of the main dealers in Cartagena. It's a pretty easy process. What was interesting, because we were still quite new, we didn't have a Padron, and apparently some places ask for a Padron. Why, I don't know, but they do. But anyway, the place that we bought ours didn't need a Padron. We paid it, and it was pretty easy process. Enough, a bit like the UK, really. You put your deposit down, you come back in a week's time, they get the car ready for you, and then you get all your documentation later on. But second-hand cars is, to me, trying to explain it as well, a bit of a nightmare. And I don't really want to go down that road, really. But it's not an easy process. Be very careful when you're buying a second-hand car in Spain. I'm not going to go into it too much, because I didn't go through that process. I can't really say from my own experience, but you do have to be so careful when you're buying a second-hand car. I mean, obviously some dealers here but I know obviously that if you do it privately, just be careful. And all I can say is you go online and check out the documentation on it. I think you do need a Gustoro or something like that, to some legal person, to make sure that all the paperwork's correct. Because if it's not, you're gonna get stung for it. It is a little bit different, and I know Harvey's not going to want to spend the next 10 minutes trying to explain how he went through his process. But it's buying a second-hand car. It's not easy. And I think another thing that was interesting in the week, I don't know if Frona's watching. If you are a top lady, now she put up a thing the other day saying about when you come over to Spain, hiring a car. Apparently, if you hire an electric car, it's a lot cheaper. But the only problem about it is, where do you plug your car in? Apparently, there is an app that you can download onto your phone, and it shows you where all the electric charging points are. But to be quite honest, guys, there's not that many. Not in this area. There are a few down in the port. We found. I did notice that some of the hotels have got these electric charge points, but they're only going to be 2 or 3. I mean, if 3 or 4 people's got electric car, what happens? You have to plug it in and wait your turn. I don't know. But it's interesting. Anyway, I'm going to go through the comments now, because I've only got 5 minutes left. I think I've finished all my bits of paper. I have quite a bit tonight on the paper stuff. Yogi's asking me about, am I going to take a break? Yeah, what I am going to do, I am going to take a break after Christmas. I think the last week before the new year. I'll let you know, I'll tell you about that later on in the month. But I will be taking a break just after Christmas. So Thomas is saying that IPTV, we're going to get a Christmas dinner. Oh, yeah, we talked about that, didn't we, Trace? Mariposa. Just the other side of the Alhama de Murcia, up in the Sierra Spooner or Hebus. Rob's got his Spanish going again there. Sandra, I was late. Did you talk about the pooping log? Eh? I was late. Did you talk about the pooping log the Spanish have that poops presents if the kids... No, pooping. I never heard of that one. God, first it was when it's Fool's Day, and now the pooping dog. Oh, the pooping log. No, I don't know. I never heard that one. There's another one. Rob, 28th of December. Oh, right. Yeah, Sandra, 28th of December. I can't even pronounce that. It's a bit like April Fool's Day. What is a padron? I thought you were going to say that. It's the padrons. It's the council. What do you call it now? The registration. It proves that where you live virtually to get yourself onto the voting list. You know, I forget the proper name. Hopefully somebody put it down there. But you all have to have a padron. Well, you don't have to have a padron. If you don't have a padron, but you're not going to get anything. With the padron, you need that padron. It's come up week after week about the padrons. If you don't have your padron, you can't get anything else. You know, obviously, when you first get here, you can get your NIE straight away. But if you want to apply for anything, especially if you want to apply for a residency, if you want to apply for buying a car, apparently, if you want to apply for going through the S1, you need a padron. Now, the padron we've talked about before. It can last up to 5 years, but every time you want to apply for something, they want something that's no longer than 3 months old. But this will differ from each region to region. It only costs about €2. It's quite an easy process. I've got Mandy saying, "Woo! Chocolate cake, top lady." Right, here we go. All right, here we are. Sandra's got down here. Right, the pooping log. The pooping log is called Kakayan. Tell you, sounds Chinese, isn't it? The Fool's Day is the 28th, and called Day the Saints. Yeah, innocence. Apparently, the most traditional joke is putting a paper cut out or puppet on people's back, or just playing jokes. The history is grim and the Bible related, with King Harold slaughtering innocent people, but that's these days. Yes, and a bit of fun. Right. Thank you much, Sandra, for that. I didn't know that. So obviously I've learned something tonight. I'm always learning something. Yeah, that's it. Thomas has come in with the parish. Yes, it's the local council. So another cracking. Thank you very much, top people. Anyone looking to buy a car? Right, the RV top man. He's coming to rescue me there. The DGT website. It's all in English, and it'll give you all the information you need to know. Thank you much, Al. Thanks for saving the day. Great show, Sean. Got that big Kit Kat ready for you. I'll tell you what, those big Kit Kats, for some reason, they had some in Tesco's the other day. They've shrunk a bit, haven't they? When we come down in Jan, how will we get to Tracy and Chris? Just send me a message when you arrive there. I'll find you. Obviously on Captasol, but yeah, just give me a line. I'll soon find you. There's a Kit Kat involved in it. Anyway, we're coming up to 10:30. 10:30, yes. I was about to say 9:30 then. I most appreciate everybody for coming in tonight. We've got 71 in the house, which is wow, amazing. Thank you very much, guys. Anyway, we'll catch you next week. As I always say, stay safe. I don't really say it, do I? But anyway, stay safe, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. That's the main thing. I'll catch you next week. Hopefully, I've got a load of questions that have been put below this video for next week. And if I don't, I'm sure I'll come up with something. So it's Bonish Notches, Bonish Tardis, all that other stuff. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And the flashing lights are coming on now. Are they? Yes, they're coming on now. It's that time. Thank you very much, guys. Adios, amigos. Can you find that thing that says good night?